Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Reine Des Fleurs along Ghislain's path. And, yeah, we tried to repair the Kanban Chrysantheme and failed. So our hopes have been dashed, and at the moment, Violet is contemplating on her own in the Crystal Palace. I suspect that she's going to consult the goddess, perhaps. Well, she might just be thinking, but let's see where this takes us. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I tried my best not to hurt him, even in my despair, seeing nothing but dead ends everywhere. But when he revealed his true mind, in his loud cry, the true feelings which lay deep in his heart were, which is restraint rather than anger. It wasn't resignation or acceptance. He was trying not to hope. That's why I was able to use it. The card that Louis gave me. My kiss must have been like a thunderbolt out of the blue for him. His eyes were filled with confusion and hesitation, which proves it. But after doing it over and over, he must have... which is... responded to me as opposed to X, which felt the same. Accepting my kiss was his answer. That warmth I felt when I whispered to him I love you was real. So, Ghislain, who wielded his sword in insanity, I really could have given my whole self to him. If that was the only thing I could offer, I would gladly give it to him. But I have once given up on which is him instead of the future. Nothing can be done to save him from insanity. I could have given in when he demanded my life. I was defeated by that temptation. But he fought that insanity and saved me. When I think of that, what a sad love. No matter how much you want each other, fate will never allow you to be together. I remember that myself. You have interrupted my ravia millennae. Yourself. If you choose love, you have to give up the others, no matter how strong your love may be. The others being the people on the land. Violet, how about you? Neither of us are allowed to wish for our own happiness. And you know that, don't you? If you accept your fate as my vessel, I will surely save him. I promise to end all the nightmares of the East with the powers I possess that you do not. Choose the way that brings hope. Hope. Being Millennia's vessel could bring hope. Is that true? After a fashion, yes? I don't think so. Violet. That way will not save me nor him. If I sacrifice myself, Ghislain will suffer even more than now, blaming himself. As for me, I cannot give up on our future together. That future won't last long. It will eventually end. Even if it will eventually end, if I can stay by his side for even a moment longer and make even one more wish come true, that's enough. What about all those who will be sacrificed for that? Even acting properly as Reine, there has always been sacrifices for each ceremony. And those ceremonies will all for your revival. Meaning, sacrifices must be made for you to return as well, right? I can't say anything about that. Leave, Millennae. I will never fear you again. That shocked her. I will never give up again. And with that determination, I have one ravia. To stay myself another day. Look at all that love we have with Ghislain. The crystal palace is now still again, and I look down at my feet. The crimson sword lies there on the floor. I slowly stretch out my hand and pick it up. The sword has consumed the lives of many Hanabito. Ghislain, there is nothing more frightening than losing you. I don't even know where I'm heading. But I know where I have to go. What can I do? I love that background so much with the cherry blossoms falling. I will not give up on him. I will keep trying, no matter what it takes.
Am I seeing a ghost or something?
When I look back.
Is your mind calm now?
Ah, there we go. That's more like it. I'm glad he waited around for us because I was starting to feel like he was just resentful over that whole event and that he was kind of wanting to avoid me a little bit because of it or something. Or that he was feeling a little less himself overall the whole thing.
Is your mind calm now?
Why?
How could I leave the rain alone at a time like this? It is my duty as a knight to protect you. That sword doesn't suit you.
But I like it. I suppose it doesn't really match my outfit, though. Do you think so?
Yes, it matches a cold-blooded military person like me.
Not to mention Ghislain's wearing red, so yes, it does match his outfit better.
A woman's job is to be protected.
Saying that, he took the sword away from me. The way that jostle was, it made it seem like he was aggressive about it. I don't trust you with that sword, Ghislain. Even if you are well right now.
Where are you going? Should I take you to the mansion?
Wherever you go, I go.
Violet.
I know he will be troubled, but I just start to walk. Ghislain just walks along with me without saying a word. I have talked with the goddess Milene.
Were you okay?
Yes, she told me. I am not allowed to wish for my own happiness. I would have agreed with her if it was my past self. But now I can't. I was raised to be a splendid Reine, and I have done all I can to that end. I thought I could protect the world and fulfill my duty as long as I live. But all I was doing with my hard work was simply buying some time with those ceremonies. But I still did it because there was no choice then. Now I am not even a Reine. I was nothing but a vessel for the goddess and raised for that from the beginning. What I believed in was a fake dream, and what I had in my hand was nothing but sand that slipped easily through my fingers. Perhaps I too was also caught up in a cruel fate.
You were just a girl who knew nothing but peace, yet you were the only one who could bless the land. That's how I felt at first. I feel like that was a long time ago now. What an annoying woman that sits on the throne. Everything is given to her on a silver platter, and she has no need to dirty her hands. I considered myself cursed to have such a master. But you were just like me. You were only trying to fulfill the task given to you, and had to sacrifice yourself for it. Then, in the end, it was all for nothing.
Everything that I had built up was worth nothing to me. My feelings for you were all that helped me to hold on to who I am now. That's all.
Violet. Same here.
Then he drops his sword to the ground. He holds me with both of his arms.
I thought I would be fine protecting you and working for my country until I died. But when I learned I couldn't do that, I lost myself. When I look at my life from afar, what a boring and lonely life it was. Always holding myself back, rejecting my own desires, and in the end, all for nothing. Nothing. Except you.
Oh, let me Violet cry. Ghislain.
Violet, I love you. I am in love with you. You are the reason I am here. I can't live without you.
Ghislain.
I was thinking to take you with me if I had to die from insanity. The reason I said to stop I didn't want you to get your hands dirty anymore.
I think you meant stop as in, like, no more sacrificing any people for, or Grace to keep him alive. That's my guess.
I will never give up on you.
This is all I needed and wanted. The words and feelings that are more valuable than anything else. How could I let the greatest happiness of my life pass by so quickly? How could I not wish for this to last forever? So do I. I love you. I don't want to give up on this love. Our second kiss was inevitable. Aggressive and passionate like a storm. We felt each other through our lips and melt together wherever we touch. Over and over. And I think that's a pretty nice note to end on. I had the feeling that would have been the end of this little love scene anyway. But I think that's one of the best scenes we've seen in a while in this game. Oh, that hug was so sweet. And even though we didn't get to see a kiss, it was still a nice scene. And, you know, they told us it was passionate and everything. And that made me really happy. It's just nice that they have some time together. And see, to me, I mean, it is really sad and depressing. But to me, that makes it more emotional. That's what makes the relationship so much stronger to me. It makes a bigger impact on me when things are so dire. I think that's the right word. So that's why I enjoy Ghislain's story, that this game, you know, even though it's tragic and it's sad, the circumstances are extreme and you get that much more emotion out of it. And you get that kind of flip side of things, whereas, I mean, yeah, you can save the world instead of going for your love, then you also get to experience the other side of that through this game. Well, I'll explain more on that, but at the moment I'm not quite all there in the head, so... Like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Anyway, I'm sorry I've fallen behind an episode in these, but hopefully we'll be caught up soon and maybe air a few extra episodes at some point once I get a few other projects finished up. So I hope to see you on my next video, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.